FSElite Theater. I am Callum from the FSElite team, and we have had a really great day so far of seminars and talks. We had a great day yesterday as well, all of which you can recap online later on this evening. But for now, though, you're all here to obviously see OSM Aviation, and we have two fantastic guests who are going to talk you through everything that they have on offer. So please put your hands together for our guests from OSM Aviation.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. It's been really pleasant being here, and we're really happy for that. We're here to introduce ourselves as OSM Aviation Academy. Well, our intention is to shape the future of aviation, but we were unable to shape this presentation properly, so it's cut in half, so I apologize for that. But what we want to say is that we would recommend you guys to look out for possibilities and for flight schools if you're interested, for sure. We are located in Arendal, Norway, and Västerås in Sweden. We also have the possibility to provide the FAA course in the US. You, of course, get the EASA license here in Norway. Our fleet is the DA-42 and the Cessna 172 with G1000 cockpit and fader control, and for the EEC for the DA-42, basically the same thing. So that's quite nice, like that. Trying to change. There we go. And for our students, we try to provide the most modern equipment, so they will be with the ForeFlight and the Jeppesen plates on the iPad, and also the Bose headsets are available to all of our students at the airports, and also, of course, as mentioned, the G1000. So the requirements that we have is the age of 18, that you have completed high school, and that you have a past admission test. And in addition to that, of course, we do appreciate the life experience. So at the age of 23, if you have, been working, doing something in your life, you can always contact us and explain us what you've been doing. And we, as we said, we really appreciate that. So we would that's also sort of, if you don't have a high school degree, this can help you out. In addition, of course, you need the medical examination, class 1, which you can do at a local AME. So I highly recommend that before you start a flight school, because it can be quite expensive and unfortunate if you don't get a class 1. So that's the medical requirements. Of course, good health in general. A lot of people ask about sight. For the sight, we have good color vision. You don't have to be perfect. There are grades, and you have to measure them at a AME to be 100% sure, because a lot of people think that if you're slightly colorblind or degraded color vision, that it's an absolute no-go, but that is just incorrect. And for the sight, it's +5 and -6. Of course, normal hearing and general health. So that's briefly about that. And I have my colleague here and also a student, Sven, who's going to present the program for you.
Yes, thank you, Moa. Yeah, so now you are into the flight school, and now it's about what are you going to do. Well, to show you here, I'll just click through all those things. We have the two different moments we start with the education, and in Norway it's important that we fly during the summer because the weather is good then. So first you do, for instance, some theory, then some flying, and then back to some theory, or you go from all the theory first, then you do your VFR training, then your IFR training, and then your APS MCC, airline pilot standard multi-crew cooperation, where you learn to work together in a real cockpit of a Boeing 737. But the theory first, that is of course very important. We need to have a lot of knowledge as pilots. So you do all those subjects, which seems a lot and is a lot. You do it in around 8 months in total, and it's like a full-time job to pass all those subjects. But it's very nice and interesting. So it's something you have to go through, but you will gain a lot of knowledge from that. So that's very nice. Then you have your flight training. Well, if we start all the way over there, we have up to the first solo part, where you just be with an instructor, learn the basics of flying. And then after even 12 hours, you can already have your first solo flight, where the instructor jumps out and you're all alone. You have to do it on your own and make your decisions. Then you get into a solo phase, where you also do more solo flying, more landings. You do some night flying as well. And then also some navigation through Norway, which is amazing, I can tell you. So cross-country solo is called for that. And then after that, you have UPRT, where you go with an aerobatic aircraft and learn how to recover from unusual attitudes and recognize them, which is very important also at an airline, that you don't spin an aircraft, of course. Then we get into IFR. Then you can finally fly into the clouds with the procedures that the real airlines use as well. You learn a lot of flying in the Boeing 737 simulator for that before you actually go back to the Cessna, where you learn how to fly with IFR. Then it's multi-engine with a complex aircraft, the DA-42 as we mentioned. Then you learn how to fly with engine failures, which can always happen, of course. It's a very short part of the education, but very important, because you will probably fly multi-engine after that. And then you get into the final part, the MCC, like I mentioned already, multi-crew cooperation. Your entire education, you fly the aircraft alone. There's an instructor next to you that can help you, but you have to toggle all the switches, do the comms on the radio, fly the aircraft. And now all of a sudden you have to work together with someone else, where one is pilot monitoring, the other is pilot flying. So that's very important to know how to work together with that. So that's what you learn during the MCC. Now, very important is the price, of course, because it's not free, unfortunately. The total price in euros is 105,000 euros, which is a lot of money, but an investment in yourself. I never feel sad that I did, because it's very good, and now the market is good, so you will probably earn it back in the end. What's important to mention is that that includes, I will read it from it, the flight training, theoretical education, literature, equipment like iPads, uniforms, a loss of license, which is very important. If due to medical reasons you lose your license or you cannot continue the training, you will get back the money. If you don't have that, and there's even one thing that gets you to lose your medical, you will not get any money back. So it's very important to have that, and with OSM is included in the price. And then also important, housing is included during the training program. So you will get a house appointed by OSM, which are quite good. So 105,000 euros converted into kroners is a bit different, of course, but for here, I think euros is fine to state it like that. Then the market outlook. As you can see, this is a Boeing model, the number of pilots that are needed in the upcoming years. Sorry. So it's quite a lot. And if I can tell, for instance, Scandinavian Airlines, SAS, their average pilot age is around 60. So we know that a lot of pilots will soon stop. So a lot of new jobs, opportunities for us. We have a lot of career support. So if you are finished with your training, you are still part of OSM, and we will help you to get your job by helping you in the simulator with instructors that also do assessments, or just helping you for the interview. And we have 2 partner airlines, which is very important, and I think a unique selling point of a flight school, that you have a partner airline to work with, because you have a lot of advantages for that. After you're finished with your education, you can apply for them, and you have like a better opportunity to get into those airlines. We have Norwegian, I think everyone knows them, and we have Norse Atlantic, which is quite a new airline, but they operate out of Oslo, London, Paris, and fly to the US, for instance. So you can be a second officer for Norse, or even a first officer for Norwegian. And like we said, we shape the future of aviation, and you are the future of aviation. We need new people, we need new students to make sure that we can keep flying all the aircraft. So we shape you for the future. And that's it for now. So I don't know if there are any questions.
Fantastic. Amazing. Thank you so much for all of the insight that you have provided us today and those who are watching at home about exactly what you offer. Was there any questions at all? Yes. So the question was, is it just in the summer and what are the dates?
Well, during summer, the weather is, of course, the best, but we fly all year long. But we try to focus that we do most of the flying during summer, like the better months, spring, summer, autumn. And during winter, it's just not that many good days of flying. But if there's a good day, we actually fly.
So we actually have 3 starting dates. We have it in January and also newly, recently in Norway specifically. We're starting actually this May, a new class, and also in August. So what we do is that the first class in January, they have 4 subjects out of the 13. And then they stop ATPL theory there and continue on flying to use the summer. And then after that, they continue with the ATPL theory. And the August class continues all the way with theory because that's throughout the winter time. And then they finish all of the theory before they start flying. So they can focus on flying as well during the summertime. Yeah.
Fantastic. Was there any final questions? No, amazing. These guys are located in the other hangar, aren't you, of all the cool aircraft and stuff right at the back. So please, if you do want to ask them any questions or find out any further information, then please do go find them both. But for now, please put your hands together for OSM Aviation. Thank you
so much.